Good morning, everybody. Chris Profi, musically obsessed. I'm feeling my age this morning, kids. My back has been killing me over the past few days. And it's if you have a bad back, like if you once you get up and start moving around and you start to feel a little bit better. So that's kind of what I've been dealing with. I wake up in the morning and I feel like crap, and then midday or whatever, I'm better and I can kind of do my normal thing. But this morning, I don't know, it really hurt this morning. Got up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, couldn't sleep. Put one of these compress things on the back that you stick on, like a cold hot heat thing. Pop some more ibuprofen. I have pillows back here supporting me, so I'm starting to feel a little bit better. But man, I am feeling my age. And it's funny because my birthday's coming up in October, and I kept thinking I was going to be 45 this October. And a friend of mine this morning reminded me, she's like, I think you're going to be 46. And she's right. I was born in 74. So yeah. So all in all, it's been a great morning. But I wanted to show you guys a few things that I went to the thrift store yesterday. And I just happened to call this thrift store near my house. I think I'd been there like once, like a long time ago. But I just reached out. I'm like, do you guys sell records? He's like, yeah. So I popped on over there. I found a few. They were like $3 a piece. So I picked up Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. And I was talking to Mike, guitar player 07 last night about this album. And I'm like, I don't remember a lot of the songs on this album. I mean, of course I know The Gambler, and I know She Believes in Me. And I think I know I Wish That I Could Hurt That Way Again, but some of these other songs, like King of Oak Street, Making Music for Money, The Who Doin' of Miss Fanny DeBerry, I have no idea these songs. Tennessee Bottle, Sleep Tight, Goodnight Man, A Little More Like Me, The Crucifixion. Like, I don't remember these songs. I think my parents had this album, but I'm looking forward to spinning this, okay? This is on the United Artists label. And 1978. So again, it's one of those albums that I'm familiar with, but at the same time, I'm not familiar with. So I'm looking forward to spinning that. Finally got a copy of Neil Diamond's Serenade. This is one of my favorite Neil Diamond albums. I have Jonathan Livingston Seagull, the jazz singer, Love at the Greek. I have something else too, but now I have Serenade. Love early Neil Diamond. You've got The Last Picasso on here. I've Been This Way Before, Longfellow Serenade. So really, really good stuff. Comes with a custom inner sleeve. On the Columbia label. A brown Columbia label. So excited to find that. Yeah, again, these are all $3, so can't go wrong with that. And the last one, this last one is like totally different. You had Kenny Rogers, Neil Diamond, and Culture Club. I keep seeing this album around, and I'm like, you know what? I found a good copy yesterday. I picked it up. This is Color by Numbers, of course. And this is on Epic, 1983. Had a custom inner sleeve with lyrics. And, this is a different sort of Epic label. I've never seen the Rainbow Epic. Usually it's like a silver up at the top, right? But I guess because this is Virgin Epic. So, yeah, I mean, I love Culture Club. I love Boy George as a voice. You can't go wrong with this album. I mean, this was the album that had all the hits. Karma Chameleon, It's a Miracle, Black Money, Church of the Poison Mind, Miss Me Blind, Victims. So, happy to have that in the collection. Then as I'm driving home, I see another thrift store. I'm like, all right, I'll walk in there, see what they have. They didn't have vinyl, but I found some 50-cent CDs. And yes, they were charging 50 cents. I did not offer 50 cents. Pet Shop Boys. Actually, this is my first Pet Shop Boys. 1987. on EMI. Do I know any songs on here? I don't know. I mean, what was their big hit? Ron Haggerty just picked up a Pet Shop Boys album the other day. What the heck was that song? Now I can't remember. But whatever that song was that I know, it's not on this album. This has One More Chance, What Have I Done to Deserve This, Shopping, Rent, Hit Music, It Couldn't Happen Here, It's a Sin, I Want to Wake Up, Heart, and King's Cross. None of those are ringing a bell. What the heck was that Pet Shop Boys song? It'll come to me. Then I found this for 50 cents, Asia, Then and Now. This came out in 1990, I want to say, on Geffen. Doing a little research, I guess, you know, it includes, it's called Then and Now, so they have like 5 songs from when Asia first started, and then I guess tracks 6 through 10 are new songs. But, you know, John Wetton's on here, so I'm like, you can't go wrong, right? Then and Now. Any big Asia fans out there who know about this album? And from Amazon, I got a couple things. Finally got Dennis Wilson's solo record. I've been reading a lot about this album. Keeps coming up in like top 100 lists. And, you know, I'm a huge Beach Boys fan. I really like the later Beach Boys stuff. So I've been listening to this, and I'm totally in love with it. I love his voice. It's so gruff and rough. That's what we're actually listening to in the background here. But this has Pacific Ocean Blue on it, and it's also got the unreleased album Bamboo. Now, the reason I got the CD is because the bottom line, it's cheaper. You know, I was looking at getting Pacific Ocean Blue and Bamboo. Both those albums are like 25 bucks a piece, so that would have been like 50 bucks. This CD was like 13 bucks, and I got everything on it. And, you know, it's got a few bonus tracks. The packaging is great. It comes with 2 CDs. It's got a great booklet with lyrics and awesome liner notes. Plus, the CDs are cool because they look like mini replicas of the album. Complete with the Caribou label. So yeah, I'm happy with the CD. You know what? I still buy CDs. And yeah, I was talking to Mike, Guitar Player 07, about this last night. You know, I have nothing against CDs. I love CDs as much as I love vinyl. And actually, CDs a lot of times are less stress, you know? You just kind of take it out, you pop it in, you're good to go. You don't have to clean it. You don't really have to sleeve it. You don't have to really worry about dust. I can bring it in my car. They're smaller, they're portable. So yeah, I have nothing against CDs. This other thing. I also picked up a BGO released. BGO is a record company out of the UK. It's short for Beat Goes On. They have re-released a whole bunch of early stuff. And what's great about them is that they usually put like 2 or 3 or 4 albums on one CD, and they come with great liner notes, and the sound is awesome. This is Dr. Hook. This is their first 3 albums. So you've got Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, Sloppy Seconds, and Belly Up. All 3 albums on 2 CDs. And like I said, this is on Beat Goes On Records. They just do a phenomenal job. I would definitely recommend Beat Goes On Records to anybody who, you know, still buys CDs, who wants to kind of, you know, build their collection of like early music. They do a little bit of everything. You know, Dr. Hook, they do jazz type stuff. They do singer-songwriter. They've done some really great reissues of Porter Wagner and Dolly Parton stuff. I've got all that. They've done reissues of Don Williams. A little bit of everything. The thing I'm annoyed about with this album is one of the main reasons I bought it was for Sloppy Seconds, because I used to have Sloppy Seconds on vinyl. It was kind of a beat-up copy, but it didn't have the song, and I'm going to say a bad word here, so if there are kids around, you might want to have them leave the room, so I'll wait a second. Okay, so Dr. Hook had a song called Looking for Pussy, and it was not on my vinyl album, but it's on this CD issue. The problem is that song like skips on my player. So I brought it into my car because sometimes CDs, like, they'll play fine on one player, but they'll skip on another. So I brought it into my car, and it skips in my car too. So I'm like, okay, obviously it's the CD. So Amazon's sending me a new copy of this. I'm going to send this one back. Hopefully it wasn't something with the pressing of it. So anybody else have this collection? Did anybody else notice that skipping on the song Looking for Pussy? I don't know. But so hopefully this new version I get will not skip, because that's kind of the reason I bought this album. You know, but Dr. Hook, I'm kind of late to this party, the Dr. Hook party. I really, really like, you know, the stuff I hear from them. Like a lot of people, I had only known the song, the cover of Rolling Stone. And I was like, okay, that song's pretty cool. But then I started to listen to them. I'm like, wow, these guys are really good. And then I look, I didn't realize Shel Silverstein wrote pretty much all the songs on the first album and all the songs on the second album. So that's really cool, because I know Johnny Cash covered a bunch of Shel Silverstein songs. He wrote The Boy Named Sue. Also, Bobby Bare covered a whole bunch of Shel Silverstein songs. So Dr. Hook is right in that mix. So I was excited about that. So, you know, I'm going to pray to the CD gods today to heal my back. Maybe if I take this Dennis Wilson album and I put it back here as support, maybe it'll kind of bring some healing power to my back. Because wasn't Dennis was into like transcendental meditation and all that, so I don't know, maybe that'll bring some healing to me. But anyways, enjoy the rest of your day. Listen to music.